Hi, I'm Barry Brickey from the Kingsport Fire Department. Today we are not in Kingsport, we are in Elizabethton. And why are we in Elizabethton? Well, we have today a big drill going on. This is the Tennessee Task Force 5 drill, and this consists of crews from all over East Tennessee working together. And this is what we would do in case we were to have a major disaster or a major incident in Kingsport or anywhere in Northeast Tennessee. And you're going to see some of the things that they're practicing. They're going to be inside the old inland container building here, working together, breaching walls, practicing rescue, and all kinds of different things. So just kind of check it out. Now they're shoring this hole up in the wall here to make sure that it's not going to collapse. If this building were in really bad shape, like from an earthquake or from an explosion or something like that, they have all of this shoring that's up against the building. Then they breach the wall and they put a frame around this hole in the wall. That way they can be able to pull people in and out of the building. That way be able to rescue them as they need to. We're with Assistant Chief Chris Williams from the Johnson City Fire Department. Now, Chief, tell us kind of what's going on inside the building right now.
Okay, currently they're doing some vertical shoring and some door shoring to provide support to the structure. We have additional crews that are tunneling through the walls and through the debris in order to gain access to victims that's located through further into the building.
All right, how's everything going so far today? Has it been really good practice?
It's been excellent practice, great opportunity to combine all these different agencies to come together that's had similar training, and it's performed excellent to this point.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, we're with Captain Burrells of the Kingsport Fire Department, and Captain, what are we going to see today?
What we're doing a structural collapse drill, and what we're trying to emulate is an earthquake with a factory with approximately 350 workers inside. Part of the structures came down. We've assessed the structure and determined that it's not safe to be in without shoring. So we've got the initial teams, we've got the instant command system set up. We're working in squads, 10-man squads. We're going to shore the outside of the building, go in, place some shoring on the inside, and then start debris removal, finding victims.
Now, we've got a lot of industry in the area, and the chances of us having an earthquake, even though they're very small, it could happen. And then there could be other things that could happen, but this is just practice to help everybody in our area get ready. Who all's here today?
We have several agencies. We have Bristol, Kingsport, Johnson City, Carter County, from all over the area, and I probably left some out, but we have several agencies from this 8-county region in Tennessee. It's District 1 Homeland Security District. And what we're doing, we come together as a urban search and rescue task force, and we come out, and like you said, it may not be, it don't have to be necessarily an industry. It could be a hospital, it could be a school, it could be a factory, and we come together and perform the urban search and rescue if we were to have a tornado, earthquake, or something like that.
Well, this, I think, it's become more important, especially when you look back at the events of 9/11 and things like that, because some things like that could happen anywhere. It might not, but it could, and we just kind of have to be ready, right?
Yeah, the whole thing is just being ready, and geographically we're in a very good location here in East Tennessee to respond out to other areas in case something does happen. This is something that probably not every town needs to have, but we need to have a regional team available to respond to if needed.
All right, we're going to go over here in just a minute. We're going to see some crews working right now to shore up part of the building, and we might even go inside to see what's going on. All right, we're inside the building right now, and if you look, they've got a spot marked on the wall. Now, if this were an actual collapse, they would be marking the building and letting the crews know where to start. And we're going to go through this door right here. And you'll kind of notice they actually have a tunnel sort of built here, and what they're going to do is they're going to breach this wall here, which is not very thick, and then they're going to have to get access all the way through this tunnel here and go through this next wall, and that's where we'll place some victims so they can get them outside and all the way back through the tunnels, back outside to get medical help. Now we're inside the building, and Chief, kind of tell us what we see back here in this corner.
Okay, this debris is simulating a collapse. This is a countertop with a lot of debris from throughout the building. They'll be breaching this particular wall and tunneling through these through this debris, breaching a couple more walls, and to gain access on deeper into the building to get access to those victims.
That would simulate like we had a full collapse or something like that.
It would simulate a full collapse. That structure may suffer through a tornado or some sort of explosion that would cause the integrity of the building to be compromised.
Now we're inside another room here in the building, and you can kind of see a little bit of a tunnel that's made here. This is actually made out of desk. Also got some pallets, some metal debris. There's some fencing and things like that. Those are all different types of things that kind of simulate what you might find in a collapsed building. So what they're going to have to do is actually make their way through this entirely and be able to get through there safely. Now they know how to do that, and that's what we're training to do today. And for the ones that don't have as much experience, they're going to get that experience today. That way they will have the knowledge they need to help somebody in case something like this were to happen in our region. Well, we're with Ron Smith from the Kingsport Life-Saving Crew. Now, I've noticed we've got a support unit here. We've got food here for the workers. And then there's a collapse truck and other things that the Kingsport Life-Saving Crew has. And y'all play a really important part in this Task Force 5, don't you?
Yes, sir. It's a real experienced force here. We're able to supply our heavy tactical rescue trailer, our support truck, which we're able to set up here. We're setting up with the rehab for all the people that's here today, workers. Our crewettes have come over from the life-saving crew of preparing the meal for them here and everything, and we're going to have to serve 2 meals to them today because of the extent of the operations going on today.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that on an operation of this scale, if this were real, I mean, you'd have to have everything here you'd have to have food here, you'd have to have places for them to rest because there's a lot of hard work and they really need all that stuff, don't they?
Yeah, basically this is a real exercise for us in doing this because we are set up. If this was a live scenario going on, we would have to set up the exact same way we're doing right now, and it's a learning experience for us along with it.
Well, I'm glad to see everybody working together, and such a great way to help Northeast Tennessee.
Yeah, this is one of the best cooperation groups that you'll find between the life-saving crew and the fire departments and everything. We have one of the greatest working relationships you'll find in the state of Tennessee.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, we're here with Judy Smith, and she's with the Kingsport Life-Saving Crew, Crewettes. Now, a lot of people don't know who the Crewettes are. Kind of tell me what they do.
We are a support group for the Kingsport Life-Saving Crew. We fix food for call-outs and for training missions like this. We cook the food. We also do a lot of community service also. We make donations to Safe House and Ronald McDonald House and things like that.
Okay, now I noticed you've got some chili here today, and you've been feeding a lot of people here on site. Now, this is what you all will do if we kind of had a disaster or something.
That's exactly what we do. And if there's a drowning or something, a call out of that sort where they bring in more squads, then we take food and participate in that.
So you kind of come out with the life-saving crew when there's something, and you sort of work behind the scenes, right?
Yes, although we're loud enough.
Now, if somebody wanted to be part of this, they can just kind of contact the life-saving crew?
Yes, they can, and they will give them my information, my phone number and everything, and they can fill out an application, visit a meeting, and we'll vote on them.
Well, that sounds great. I think we're going to have some hot dogs here now.
Okay. Help yourself, or we'll even help you.
Oh, well, good. Well, thank you. Well, we're here with Chief Dye, the Kingsport Fire Department. Now, Chief, we've got a lot of people over here today, so kind of let everybody know in Kingsport what our role is.
Well, today is a 10-CAT operation. It's Tennessee Catastrophe. They set these up. The last one I know of was in 2007 in Memphis, and we went down to show them what we could do as a team on a collapse scenario down there. There's a lot more to it, a lot of state money involved in it. This is pretty much self-financed, but we are doing it for TEMA. It's part of a regional disaster drill that's going on. Our part of it is up here in Elizabethton. Inland Container let us use their building that they own, and we're breaching through walls and tearing things up, but I think some other vandals have already done enough where what you see from us won't be all that bad. But it's just a training this isn't really training, but some people that have come aren't quite as involved in the team, and we're trying to get everybody. It's a regional team, and it started over in Kingsport for the most part, for the big part. Kingsport Life Saving Crew and Kingsport Fire Department, and then it flowed on into Johnson City and Carter County. We started picking people up, then we got Homeland Security money involved. We built up a hazmat team. Now we built up a rescue team, and it's people from all entities, volunteer and career people. And today is a test of our capabilities. The director of TEMA was up here earlier. We have a TEMA representative from another part of the state that's evaluating us, seeing if we can do what we say we do. See it. We all follow all the safety procedures and everything, and see if we have the equipment and capabilities to perform a collapse rescue. And this is the early stages of. It's a regional team, but it also could be deployed through the state for earthquakes, tornadoes, any disasters. And we cover all aspects: water rescue, collapse rescue, trench rescue, high angle rescue, search and wilderness search. We do it all.
Now, for the typical citizen of Kingsport, how much safer are they, in your opinion, that we can do this? How does it kind of benefit them?
Well, most municipalities don't have a specialized rescue team. They rely on an EMS agency or a local rescue squad or somebody from without to come. But in Kingsport, we have a 21-person team, plus a lot of others that have an operations level. They can operate in it, but then we have specialists, and we can respond to anything in Kingsport. And there's paramedics on the team, so if we find a patient, we can treat them right there on site wherever they are. And the thing about this in Kingsport, if we had a major disaster, there would be people coming from other cities, other counties in Upper East Tennessee, and even if it was bigger, people from Knoxville, people from Nashville. At the same time, it's the same as we help cover them, they help cover us. So if something really big happened that we couldn't handle, all we got to do is pick up a phone.
So it pretty much just elevates the overall safety of everybody in the region, right?
Right. Specifically in the areas that have the teams on hand, it's quicker to get there, but there's still somebody coming should something happen. And we chose a long time ago that we would not just respond to fires. We can do that and all this other too with the same people and not much else on, money-wise, because Homeland Security funds covers a lot of the cost of this. So.
Well, Chief, thanks for letting us come out, and I think our citizens in Kingsport have seen a lot today on this program, and they've learned a little bit more about what we do as a fire department, but as an overall first responder.
Correct. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Well, I hope you've learned a lot today, and if you ever have any questions about anything, safety-wise, fire safety, or any other type of safety, you can give us a call at the Kingsport Fire Department at 423-229-9440.